The Myers-Briggs Type Indicator is an assessment tool that aims to define one's personality type and can give someone a better understanding of who they are and what drives their behaviors. The MBTI identifies 16 different personality types that people can fall under. INTJ is one of these types, and it may describe people who are strategic, independent, and logical. What is the INTJ personality type? Taking an MBTI assessment involves answering a series of standardized questions. The responses help you learn about your natural preferences in 4 different areas. The test looks at how you direct and receive energy, whether you're an introvert or extrovert. How you take in information, using sensing or intuition. How you decide and come to conclusions, through thinking or feeling. And how you approach the outside world, by judging or perceiving. The 4 dimensions of the INTJ personality type are introverted, intuitive, thinking, and judging. Introverted. This refers to the fact that an INTJ personality type directs and takes energy from the inner world of thoughts, feelings, and reflections, more so than from interactions with others and the outer world. Intuitive. This means an INTJ personality type prefers to trust and gather information based on future possibilities, patterns, and connections, and what could be rather than what is immediate and concrete. This refers to the way an INTJ prefers to make decisions based on objective logic and objective analysis rather than personal values and emotions. Judging. This means an INTJ prefers structure and organization in their everyday life rather than a more frenetic and spontaneous lifestyle. The INTJ personality type is often described as logical, strategic, and reflective. A few strengths of INTJs are their ability to figure out long-term, creative, efficient solutions for problems, help people they care about the most, and see things from a global perspective. Characteristics of an INTJ personality type. Typically, INTJs are independent and very insightful. They are known as visionaries and are strong individuals who are always striving to find a new way to look at things. INTJs tend to be future-focused, and they are analytical and logical. They are also commonly known as planners who like a lot of structure in their lives. They're always up for a challenge and may be the person someone turns to when they need help reaching a solution. People who have INTJ preferences are long-range planners and tend to develop visionary goals. Driven and always focused on the task at hand, INTJs can sometimes come across as a bit cold and distant to others. They are creative thinkers but often do not see the need to share these ideas with everybody else. They trust their own perceptions and prefer to operate autonomously. More reserved nature may make it challenging for them to engage in social conversations and enjoy small talk. INTJs can often be described as innovative, independent, logical, competent, productive, strategic, reflective, structured, reserved. While this is all good to keep in mind when trying to get a better understanding of yourself and others, it's important to keep in mind that not all INTJs are exactly the same. Just because you've been told you're INTJ doesn't mean you will always display the same behaviors and ways of thinking. As human beings, we are always evolving, and as profoundly. Our preferences change, our ways of interacting with others change. Our interactions are impacted and informed by our positive and negative experiences, some of which may change as profoundly. While we may, in a general sense, align strongly with certain preferences at a single point in time, over time we tend to shift and change, and rarely remain static and an easily definable fit into a single type. Careers for INTJ personality types. Because INTJs are typically quiet-driven and future-focused, they may prefer to seek out challenging careers that are intellectually stimulating and give them a sense of purpose. They tend to excel when pursuing tangible accomplishments and initiative while employing their creativity and innovation skills. INTJs may wish to look for jobs where they can put some of their skills to good use. Anything that involves analyzing systems, comprehending their functioning, and learning how to enhance them could be a good fit. This can include the below. Technology-focused jobs like software engineer, web designer, or computer programming. Lawyer, engineer, scientist, writer, film director. Science-related jobs like anything related to biology or chemistry, or something in the medical field. Many INTJs may want to avoid jobs that lack clear goal setting, or those that do not provide a lot of structure. Interacting with INTJ personality types. Because INTJs are so driven and focused on their own planning and goals, they can sometimes come across as a bit distant and reserved. This can impact their relationship with others, whether it's a family, career-based, or romantic. INTJs can struggle with empathy for others and may have difficulty considering the impact their decisions have on others, as well as communicating their feelings. That said, INTJs are still able to make deep connections and act as a loyal friend, partner, or co-worker. Romantic relationships. INTJs typically don't engage in a lot of casual romantic relationships. Instead, they can be very selective and tend to look for a deeper connection with someone who can engage with them intellectually. They are not great at communicating how they feel, and they may be difficult to get close to. But once that barrier is broken, they're constantly paying attention to what matters to their significant others. INTJs show love through actions and kindnesses, with the ability to keenly focus on what their partner likes and dislikes. Platonic or family relationships. INTJs are not quick to make friends and are very selective about who they spend time with. However, once they establish a connection and make friends, they are loyal, dependable, and willing to listen, and that they enjoy deep and meaningful conversation. INTJs often have a very structured and direct approach to life, which might sometimes make them come across as harsh or too honest, especially when sharing their opinion or something or trying to help. It doesn't mean they don't mean well. It is just the way they tend to interact. That while their relationships are important to them, they can find it stressful to deal with irrational or unpredictable behaviors from the friends or family members. Because the INTJs tend to be introverted, they may find extended social situations draining. Work relationships. INTJs may have big goals and plans, but they prefer to work on their own rather than share their ideas with others. When necessary, they will share their creative, smart, and complex ideas in group settings. But generally, they will keep it to themselves unless directly prompted. To be reserved people. However, there is a vivid world of creative and visionary ideas going on inside their heads. They are unlikely to share this until they have built up the whole picture, and even then it can be difficult to find the right words to express these complex and interdependent ideas. INTJs generally don't enter a career looking to make friends and are more focused on their work rather than building relationships. INTJs are driven, independent people who like to come up with creative solutions to problems. They are future-driven, logical individuals who tend to keep to themselves. Still, they are more than capable of making meaningful connections with romantic partners, friends, and family. And they can offer a wide variety of skills and put their best foot forward in a job that is intellectually stimulating to them.